What's up, guys? It's your favorite twins, and today is the day. We are listening to Speak Now, Taylor's version. I think this re-release has been the highest anticipated so far.
Honestly, I did not expect it to be Speak Now. Okay, here's the thing though.
Yeah.
This is Jordan and I's first time ever listening to Speak Now. Do not be fooled by the vinyl behind you.
Please.
We have never heard this album.
Ever.
There are a couple songs that we do know, but for a majority of this 22 track album, we don't know diddly squat.
What I do know is that this is probably my favorite Taylor Swift cover ever.
I can agree.
I think that's another thing that I'm loving about these re-releases is that there's a new album cover every time, and it just looks more mature, more updated.
It's not an outtake,
right?
A real
it's an
photo
actual,
shoot.
Yeah.
For it. Yeah.
So I wanna shout Taylor out for that because that's just another thing that makes this feel so fresh, so new, and like you're experiencing it all again for the first time.
Yeah,
we are. But
the one thing that we do know about this album is that she recorded between the ages of 18 and 20.
Yeah.
So she's 32 now.
And it's completely self-written. Now we'll be candid, alright? We don't know everything in terms of what songs are about who, what they're about. We weren't following Taylor as closely as we are now. But this is the point, okay?
That's the point.
We're gonna get a history lesson.
We're gonna learn about Taylor and what happened before. Because that's what built her.
Thank you so much.
I thought I was going somewhere with that, but I realized it was
same
a dead
destination.
End. Yeah, we do want to say that the comments are open for discussion. So again, we want to dissect as much as we can, but we also want to enjoy it because it is the first time listening. So if you guys know any hidden secrets, any hidden details, which we know you do,
I'm sure you do.
Please let's open up the discussion in the comments. We would love to converse, get to know Taylor more. As you guys know, we are becoming bigger and bigger fans of Taylor. So
very swiftly. But before we get started, of course, we have to shout out our Patreon. There you can find a flood of exclusive and full-length Taylor Swift reactions. We have done such a deep dive on there, and it's been loads of fun. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, we'd love to have you. Get ready to speak now.
You were in college working part-time, waiting tables. I was a flight risk with a fear of falling, wondering why we bother with love if it never lasts. As we're lying on the couch.
Okay.
Oh, she sounds so good.
I can see it. You remember we were sitting there by the water.
Oh,
okay, yes.
For the first time, you think you ever love a careless man's careful thought.
I like that. Oh, I remember this song. Hold on, turn it up.
Fast forward and we're taking on the world together. You learn my secrets and you figure out why I'm guarded. You say we'll never make my parents mistake, but we got bills to pay.
It's like electricity.
Yeah, that's right.
This is what I thought about. You remember we were sitting there by the water. Careless hands, careful thoughts.
I love that, yeah. It's already getting stuck in my head. Here she go.
What?
Rewriting the chorus. Here she go.
Wow, she sounds so good. That.
Come on. I love that. Hold on. Oh,
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Okay, but I loved that as an opener.
Me too.
It had this country pop rock,
but also
feel.
this like adolescent feel.
Yeah, she did a great job capturing the essence of who she was at that time.
Yeah.
And like you can still hear her younger self, even though these are more mature vocals.
Yeah.
I don't know, she sounded great.
Mine, I take it as it's someone you like and you're kind of letting your walls down and your guard down and you're allowing the love to come in and they kind of surprise you. And it's like the lyric, you know, I embrace the goodbye because that's all I've ever known.
Yeah.
But then you surprise me and you say you're never going to leave me.
Yeah.
So it's
conflicting.
Yeah, it's just letting that guard down and being like, okay, well, I think this can work and I like the idea of calling you mine.
She says that this was kind of inspired by an unnamed crush. Lyrically, I love the storytelling. Taylor's always going to tell a story.
Yeah.
But she does a great job at like painting these settings to where you can picture it, you know? It's easy to visualize her music.
Absolutely.
Sometimes we're on a farm, sometimes we're in New York City. Sonically, I really loved it. That already kind of tells me where we're going with this album. Yeah, job well done. That was we're off to a very, very good start.
Yeah.
Okay, band.
The way you move is like a full-on rainstorm, and I'm a house of cards. Kinda reckless, it should send me running, but I close enough to hope you couldn't see what I was thinking. And I drop everything down, meet me in the pouring rain, 'cause I see sparks fly whenever you smile when you're not around. 'Cause I see
Oh, I love that. No, I love that. No.
my mind forgets to remind me you're a bad idea. I'm on my guard for the rest of the world, but with you, I know it's no good.
In mine, she said, I'm guarded.
Okay, wait.
She said, I'm guarded.
Yeah.
And so here she says, I'm on guard for the rest of the world, but with you, I know it's no good.
Kiss me on the sidewalk, take away the pain, give me with those green lights, baby, as the lights go down, give me something that'll hold me when you're not around. Oh, my fingers through your hair and keep on keeping you
I like this. This is a nice little breakdown.
long enough to make it feel right. I'm captivated by you, baby, like a fireworks show. Drop everything down, meet me in the pouring rain. Whenever you smile, give me with those green lights, baby, as the lights go down. And the sparks fly.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That one felt really nostalgic. This album came out in what, 2010? Like, I was instantly placed back to that time where this is, you know, what you heard on the radio.
Yeah.
But at that point in her career.
Yeah.
But I love the fact that this song is also about being on the edge of something new.
Yes.
And being excited by it. And just talking about how this new person is making you feel.
Yes.
I love the connection to mine.
Yeah.
I noticed that instantly. I'm like, I know I just heard something about being
Exactly.
guarded.
Yeah.
I said, let me go back. But yeah, I think that was a nice song. I will be honest that it doesn't hit me as hard as mine did. It is a little less bright.
But it's definitely more on the countryside.
A little bit more, yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's still a very cute song, you know?
Yeah.
And it definitely has that adolescent feel, that young love. Ooh, you're the kind of reckless that should send me running. In mine, you turned...
No, you can't. You turned a careless man's careful daughter into a rebel.
Yes. So you're the kind of reckless that should send me running. Those connections.
Those connects.
That's what I love.
So that's what I'm saying. Taylor.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I have to agree. Sparks Fly isn't like a punch in the gut kind of like mine was. I do remember remnants of Sparks Fly.
Oh, yeah. Her vocals sound awesome.
Great.
She really is capturing her younger self. I don't know how else to put that.
I love this beat off the bat.
It's a banjo.
I'm so glad you made time to see me. How's life? Tell me, how's your family? I haven't seen them in a while.
Okay.
Wow.
Your guard is up and now
Their guard's up.
Because the last time you saw me is still burned in the back of your mind.
I know this
I
song.
know this song.
I go back to December all the time. It turns out
Woo!
nothing but missing you. Wishing I realized what I had when you were mine.
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 I go back
Good,
to
and I liked it. Go ahead.
all the time.
Let me give mine something.
I sure will.
These days I haven't been sleeping, staying up, playing back myself, leaving. When your birthday passed and I didn't call.
I love that note.
Sounds so good.
Last summer, all the beautiful time. And then the cold
strings are
days,
amazing.
the dark days when fear crept into my mind.
Again, having that guard up, not
Yeah.
being sure.
Goodbye.
Embrace myself in the goodbye.
Wow.
Standing in front of you saying I'm sorry for that night. I go back to December all the time.
Are y'all getting this on tour? I hope y'all are getting this on
You
tour.
guys are getting this on the tour.
And now you held me in your arms that September night. The first time you ever saw me cry. Maybe this is wishful
Huh?
thinking. I swear I love you right. I'd go back in time and change it. If the chain is on your door, I understand.
Oh, I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that.
This is me swallowing my pride and
I love this song.
Bells?
It can't be December without
And
the
that's the
bells.
thing.
My whole mind.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's probably my favorite out of the three we've listened to so far.
Yeah.
Loved
You know-
that song. And for that to be, of course, you're reminiscing on our relationship, but a relationship that you screwed up.
Yeah.
And I guess we read it's kind of like a plea for forgiveness.
Ooh.
But like, I take it as that it's a lot of regret. It's a song a lot about regret. Because you let something good go.
Okay, but
Okay.
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 You see, every now and then I find a white woman I respect. I want you to think about this, right? On mine, there was a fear of running.
Yes.
On Back to December, it sounds like she ran.
She ran.
I think we're getting that story.
Like you run from the law.
Also, top 5 off of Red. We can have the discussion.
We can have
another
that discussion
time.
later.
But this is top 5 off of Speak Now.
And we haven't even gotten halfway into
We're
the
not
album.
even to 5 yet. I
It was
agree with
great.
you. I think Back to December was just as great as the original. I do remember the original.
Yes, I do too.
I paid closer attention. I'm not sure if anything has changed about that song.
Yeah, and the strings for me, cherry on top. Disgustingly beautiful.
It was.
So
Wow.
that
Everything blended together gorgeously. I love that line, but this is me swallowing my pride, standing in front of you saying I'm sorry
Sorry for that night.
The way that those lyrics are just structured, like the flow. Fuck.
Got me fucking gagging. No,
The way that those lyrics are structured.
Oh my god. I will say this is
Was very
probably
interesting.
my favorite lyrically so far too.
Same. I know y'all were going up during Christmas time.
I am not the kind of girl who should be rudely barging in on a white veil occasion, but you
Already.
are not the kind of boy.
Her voice.
I sneak in and see your friends and her snotty little family, all dressed in pastel and wearing a gown shaped like a pastry. There
She's in the next box.
where I stand and say, don't say yes, run away now. I'll meet you when you're out of the church at the back door. Speak now.
Yes, yes, yes.
Fond gestures are exchanged.
They fondling in the back?
Organ starts to play a song that sounds like a death march. It seems that I was uninvited by your lovely bride to be.
Oh, yes.
She,
Oh, yeah.
like a pageant queen.
Oh, that was nice.
You wish it was me, don't you?
No, Jeff.
Run away now. Don't wait to say a single vow. You need to hear me out. And they said, speak now. Your time is running out. And they said, speak now. I hear the
stems from.
Yeah.
Horrified looks from everyone in the room, but I'm only looking at you. I am not the kind of girl. You, I'm not the kind of boy who should be marrying the wrong girl. Said speak now, you'll say
Hey.
run away now. I'll meet you in the out. I'll text at the back door.
Yeah, same.
I'll meet you when I'm out of my cup.
Yeah, he's saying that.
Oh shit.
Said speak now.
Ooh. Okay. Go on and give
I'm
it
gonna
a-
add that one.
Yeah,
I'm gonna add
let's
that
do
one
it.
to that one. You know,
You know.
and there's something about a good title track. There just is. That was such a good song. That's about crashing a wedding.
You know, Taylor really said, I object.
Yeah.
She was that one running down the aisle with her hand out.
No!
Saying,
No!
stop it
Yeah.
right now.
She
Don't marry that bridezilla.
Don't you marry that bitch. She can hide in the curtains because of this dress. She
Yeah.
looks like basically wearing a curtain. I like that one lyrically. I can see that one being one of my favorites off the album.
Same.
I thought the storytelling was great. It painted the picture, like you said. I can see her running down the aisle. Tears, you know, coming
Yeah.
down the face, just saying, no, that's my man, that's my man, I love
Yeah,
him.
that's my man.
I think the idea of just crashing a wedding is so cinematic, but it's also kind of adolescent, and I think at the time, being 18 and 20,
Yeah.
she's like, hell yeah, I'm gonna go crash that wedding, I thought nothing of it.
Yeah.
In my opinion, like, are you the other girl?
I think that maybe...
Is this the love affair? Like, what's
Well,
going
maybe,
on?
okay, if we look at this, right, you guys know we like to dissect. And back to December, she realized what she's lost.
Yes.
Maybe now she's coming back and she's saying, before it's too late, let me tell you how I feel. And in the end, he agrees. He gets out of his tux and meets her in the back.
He said, because I think about December too. I love that.
Long were the nights when my days once revolved around you, and my mother accused me of losing my mind, but I swore I was fine.
Ooh, love that.
You paint me a blue sky and go back and turn it to rain, but you change the rules every day, wondering which version of you I might get. Dear John, I see it all now that you're gone. Don't you think I was too young? I should've known.
Oh, I know exactly what this is about.
Well, maybe it's me and my blind optimism to blame. Maybe it's you and your sick need to give love and take it away.
It's that one.
Oh, that.
And I look back and regret how I ignored when they said run as fast
Run.
as you can. Dear John,
Yeah, okay.
don't you think 19 is too young?
19.
Yeah.
Played by a dark, twisted game.
Wow.
You are an expert at sorry and keeping lines blurry. All the girls that run by have childlike eyes.
That's a line.
Matches before fire could catch me. I'm shining like fireworks. Oh,
Fireworks,
your
though?
silent
Ooh, she did not know.
Don't you think I was too young to be missed?
should have, not I should have known now, you should have known. Wow.
That's a very strong song.
That's up there for All Too Well with me.
Oh yeah. Not even just like for its meaning, which is very strong, but just like that's a power ballad. Like it's a very strong song overall sonically. And
yeah.
It's like the way it's structured, she really filled up those 6 minutes. I didn't get bored at all. It felt right. It felt like everything she was saying. There was no filler in that song.
Yeah, the lyrics weren't like dragged out and spaced out.
They weren't. And I like how when we get to the end, we switch to the right perspective.
Yes.
You should have known. But I will say that I do love the conflicting perspectives because on one hand, you're like, people were telling me, right?
Yeah.
So on one hand, you're like, I should have known.
Mm-hmm.
It should have been right there. You know, that's why, you know, the blind optimism.
Yeah.
Sometimes it gets us, okay? It gets the best of us. But you also look back and you're like, but you knew though.
As your grown ass, like, you've lived so much life, man.
Yeah.
She hasn't. Well, you know, we're not dumb. This is about John Mayer.
Yeah.
But I love the fact that it's called Dear John because it takes on the idea of the Dear John letter, which is written from a former lover expressing why it's over.
Yeah.
And I love that she references that in the song. So for this to be the longest song on the album,
worth it.
It's actually one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I think this song, it just reminds me of All Too Well. And obviously it came before, but I absolutely love it.
I do love the line, all the girls that you run dry have tired, lifeless eyes because you burned them out.
Yeah.
But I took your matches before fire could catch me.
So don't you move now, bitch.
I love that.
Maybe it's you and your sick need to give love and take it away.
Yeah.
That's deep.
Yeah.
You, with your words like knives and swords and weapons that you use against me. You have knocked me off my feet again, calling me out when I'm wounded. You, picking on the weaker man.
I already have something to say. Think about what everyone was saying when she was in this relationship.
Oh, she was getting dragged to that.
She was
getting dragged
so
to the
to have a song following that about critics and about what everybody has to say, I think it's a really interesting choice.
Absolutely.
Well, you can take me down with just one single blow. But you don't know what you don't know. Someday I'll be living in a big old city, and all you're ever gonna be is me.
I forgot. This chorus is so good.
Someday, why you gotta be so mean? With your switching sides and your wildfire lies and your human.
Ooh, wildfire lies. That is a line.
Ooh.
That is a line because it spreads.
It spreads.
I pointed out my flaws again as if I don't already see them.
Exactly.
My head down. I bet you got pushed around. Somebody made you cold. Someday I'll be big enough so you can hit me.
Some country, I love it. I like that.
And I can see years from now in a bar, talking over a football game, washed up and ranting about the same old bitter thing.
I can picture exactly what you're talking about.
That's right.
Drunk and grumbling on about how I can't sing.
Okay, so let me address this now.
Talk about this.
And a liar,
And pathetic.
and a lonely life and me. But someday I'll be.
Wow, I actually love this song. I forgot how much I love this song.
I'll be big enough so you can't hit me. Why you gotta be so mean?
Wow.
Yeah, 10 out of 10. 10 out
10
of 10.
out of 10.
10 out of 10 re-recording.
I genuinely forgot how much I love that song.
No, I already knew.
Wow.
I forgot that this song was on this album, but
Me
Mean
too.
has always been one of my favorite Taylor songs.
Obviously, I love your sequencing maybe coming after Dear John and
Yeah.
how scrutinized Taylor was for being in that relationship.
Yeah.
And of course, when it's stuff like that, when it's more of them being that huge age gap,
Yeah, everyone's got
the
something
woman
to say.
always tends to be at blame for, oh, they should know better. What are they doing? They're a whore. They just like older men. Well,
let's look at what this
let's.
old grandpa.
What does he want out of her? But Mean also just encaptures everything that's ever been said about her. Taylor still gets accused of not being able to sing.
Yeah.
So it's like, you look at it back then, 13 years ago, and you look at it now and you're like, well, damn, you're still going. She wrote a whole album about it. It didn't stop.
Like, it didn't stop.
It just didn't
But that
stop.
just goes to prove her point that all you're ever going to be is mean 13 years later, and it's still the same kind of person saying the same kind of things. What I'm loving about this album is, I think the reason why she sounds so nostalgic is because this is such a comfortable range for her voice.
Yes.
Like, every song is just, this is just where she sounds great.
Her best, yeah.
She sounds great.
Sounds great.
I didn't even want to just say best because we've even heard her stretch herself vocally to where she's hit those notes where it's like, whoa, I didn't know Taylor could sing like that. This is a song that anybody can relate to, you know, whether it was a bully or a hater. Okay, pick up.
I used to think one day we'd tell the story of us, how we met and the sparks flew instantly.
Yeah.
And people would say they're the lucky ones. Cause lately I don't even know what page you're on.
What page are you on?
Oh, a simple complication, miscommunication leads to fallout. So many walls up, I can't break through. Now I'm standing alone in a crowded room and we're not speaking. I don't know what to say since the twist of fate it all broke down.
Her voice sounds great on this.
Story of us. Next chapter. And you're doing your best to avoid me. One day I'll tell the story of us, how I was losing my mind when I saw you here. But you held your pride like you shouldn't help me.
Just come close, come close.
Oh, I'm scared to see the ending. Why are we pretending? I've never heard silence quite this loud.
Ah, I love this.
Oh, wow.
This is looking like a contest of who can act like they're careless.
Oh, I like that.
The battle's in your hands now, but I will lay my armor down. I knew, but the story of us might be ending soon. Now I'm standing alone in a crowded room and we're not speaking, and I'm dying alone.
Yes. Yes.
Honestly, I guess that she was gonna do that.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That
Wow.
one get off
Wow. Wow.
The end.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, wow.
Y'all are gonna stop playing with her vocal ability.
No,
I don't want to hear it anymore.
Yeah,
I don't want to hear it anymore.
That was vocally a very good song.
Really good. I
Very
have
good.
to, like, that could potentially creep up to one of my favorites. I
Yeah.
love the structure of the song. Next chapter, the end.
And
she literally
yes,
told the
yes.
story. We were reading that the background on this song is about the awkwardness between two parted lovers, and she was inspired by her encounter with an ex-boyfriend at an award show. I wonder which award show and who. I love the fact that sometimes it's about how sometimes things just don't go the way they're planned.
It's
I
the
love the
truth.
reference to Sparks Fly.
Yes.
On the outside looking in, you know, we even have some of those relationships, you look at them and you're like, wow, they're gonna last forever.
Ever, yeah.
And then they don't. And all you're left with is the story.
And sometimes it's an abrupt ending where it's like, oh, story done, story done.
It's
Chapter.
just Snapchat memories.
And a
sometimes.
chapter. It's the truth. I absolutely love that. And I don't remember that song at all, but I wish I did because I would love to compare how it sounded then and how it sounded now. I bet
Well,
there's
you
not-
can. This sounds like a brand new album.
Your little hands wrapped around my finger and it's your little eyelids flutter cause you're dreaming so I tuck you in, turn on your favorite nightlight.
Oh.
To you, everything's funny if you could stay like that. Oh, darling, don't you ever go, don't you ever go.
I'm gonna have to like.
Just stay this little. Won't let nobody hurt you. Won't let no one break your heart.
A sibling, a cousin?
No
Right.
one will desert you. You're in the car on the way to the movies and you're 14. There's just so much you can't do and you can't wait to move out someday. Don't make her drop you off around the block. Remember that she's getting older too, and don't.
She called her brittle.
No, basically.
The way that you dance around in your PJs. Take pictures in your mind of your childhood room. Remember the footsteps, remember the words said. I just realized everything I have is someday gonna be gone.
Wow.
So here I am in my new apartment in a big city. They just dropped me off.
Someday I'll be living in a big old city.
Oh my God!
It would be, so I tucked myself in and turned the nightlight on.
Just switch perspectives to the present.
Wish I'd never grown up. Ooh, I don't wanna grow up. Could stay this simple. Won't let nobody hurt you. Grow. Grow up.
I love that one. Yeah, I don't know who that one's about.
Oh, it's about Taylor.
Dedicated to. I think that it's a bit of a dedication to her younger self, her inner child, because we all feel like that at some point. You know, when you're young, you can't wait to grow up. But when you finally do, you realize everything that comes with it. I know she's dedicated it to her godson at a 1989 concert we read.
Okay.
But if this was dedicated to someone specific, I do think it's a beautiful song. It would have been like a random throw-in. Storyline-wise, it would have kind of thrown off the cohesion.
Okay.
But the way that she flipped it and made it about herself in a way, that sounds so bad, but the way she kind of like
went to present,
wrote about the relation she has to it and how now that she's grown up, she's like, I wish I never did.
Yeah.
That's what made it feel cohesive, because with everything we've spoken about, all these different experiences where you kind of learn a lot.
Yeah.
She's having that moment of reflection. We know that a lot of the songs on here, if not all, are open letters. So that felt like an open letter to herself.
No,
and I enjoyed that one a lot.
I knew I was gonna like that song from the moment it started.
Yeah.
And then realizing, oh, it's about her, speaking to her younger self, and then switching perspectives and point of views. I absolutely loved it. I think her voice sounded amazing. I can easily see that being one of my favorites. Yeah. I loved that song.
I think this is potentially becoming my favorite
Taylor's version
re-release. Yes.
Oh,
and I loved Red, but I don't know, there's just something about this one I'm enjoying this a lot.
Yeah, it's a very easy listen.
Oh, I like how that came in.
What if I'm gonna like this off the instrumental alone?
There I was again tonight, forcing laughter, faking smiles, walls of insincerity, shifting eyes in vacancy, vanished when I saw your face, enchanting to meet you. Across the room, your silhouette starts to make its way to me, passing notes in secrecy. This night is sparkling, don't you let it go. I'll spend forever wondering if you knew I was enchanted to meet you.
Alright, that's how it's called.
Lingering question kept me up 2 a.m. Who do you love? Now I'm pacing back and forth, wishing you were at my door.
I love these verses.
Something you would say, enchanted to meet you. This night is sparkling, wondrous, dancing around all alone. I was enchanted to meet you.
really liked that one. Was that on the Enchanted soundtrack? Was Amy Adams spinning around to that one?
Is she?
Because that would have been perfect.
That would have been perfect, actually.
I have seen this title quite a few times next to Taylor's name, so I wasn't surprised by that. But I've never heard this song before. It feels like it's kind of taking us back to the beginning of the album. Can't say that it's the same person, but this concept of meeting someone and sparks flying, for instance, saying, this night is sparkling. This is me praying that this was the very first page, not where the storyline ends, takes me back to the story of us.
Yes.
This lingering question kept me up at 2 a.m. She mentioned 2:30 a.m. somewhere else in this album.
Oh, yes, it was like a call at 2:30 or something.
I think so.
Yes.
And if you look at the song, there are certain parts that sound like a phone call, the effect on her voice.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just certain things have remnants of others. So I loved how this fit into the storyline. It was another power ballad.
Yeah.
Vocally, it was beautiful. But yeah, all that could go through my mind was the movie Enchanted.
I understand.
Yeah, that might be before some of y'all's time, but
that just aged us
bad
so much.
Now go stand in the corner and think about what you did.
She said to stand in the corner.
We're in the corner thinking about what we did.
I'm gonna face the wall.
Yeah.
I'm gonna think long and hard.
I'm underneath the air conditioning.
What did I do?
I don't know.
Why did I do it? Will I do it again? I don't know.
The story starts when it was hot and it was summer and I had it all, I had him right there where I wanted him. She took him faster than you could say sabotage. I never saw it coming, wouldn't have suspected her. She underestimated just who she was stealing from. She's not a saint, she's not what you think, she's an actress. He wasn't mine for the things she was holding the matches.
She said, try the cat eye sharp enough to kill a man.
She looks at life like it's a party and she's on the list. She looks at me like I'm a trend and she's so over it. I
love that.
I'm ever pushing people down and get you where you wanna go. They didn't teach you that in prep school, so it's up to me. But no amount of vintage dresses gives you dignity. She's caught on stealing other people's toys on the playground while making better friends. Just another thing for you to wear as a honey. You might have him, but haven't you heard? You might have him, but I always get the last.
Nice. Ooh, love that.
She's not what you think. She's an actress. Still feel like you know what you're doing, but I don't really know. She's so close. She's so much better. She took him faster than you could say sabotage.
Ooh.
I actually really like that song.
Same.
You know, all of Taylor's songs about, getting back at somebody, vigilante shit, no body, no crime. Now this, they fill a void in my heart.
Yeah.
Taylor's just like me. We did read that there was going to be a lyric change on the album.
Yes.
This was the song. Old version, she's better known for the things she does on that mattress. That is nasty to be writing at 19, 20 years old. Clever.
Nasty work.
I think it shows a little bit of that teenaged or that young adult angst.
Yeah.
Especially when, you had somebody and then somebody kind of stole them. It's rumored to be about Joe Jonas and then someone named Camila. And there has been a lot to prove that is basically the storyline here.
Yes.
But, that's what I appreciate about Taylor. She may not name drop all the time.
She's gonna give you a reference.
Oh, but she will give you a reference.
Yeah.
I liked Better Than Revenge.
Yeah, I liked it too. I will say it is a switch. Sonically, it's a little bit of like an oddball thrown in there. It leans more toward the rock than any other genre. So I could see why maybe that one could throw it off a little bit. But that did make me want a rock album from Taylor. Yeah, I like the storyline of this one. I agree with you in terms of like a teenage angst. It definitely shows that. And even that layer of anger and maybe even resentment.
left yourself in your warpath, lost your mind trying to get it back. And everybody believed in you. It's alright, just wait and see. Your string of lights is still bright to me. Who you are is not where you've been. Did some things you can't speak of, but at night you live it all again. Wasn't it easier in your firefly catching days before the monsters caught up to you? You're still an innocent. It's okay. Life is a tough crowd. 32 and still growing up now. You'll have new Septembers.
Oh, I like that line.
Every one of us has messed up too. Lives change like the weather. I hope you remember. Be brand new. String of lights are still bright.
I love that.
to me.
The way she puts it.
Who you are,
Yeah, I like that.
where you've been. You're still an innocent. It's never too late to get it back.
Switching that like that. Innocent.
Innocent. Interesting coming after Better Than Revenge.
Right? It's not one of my favorites, but I think it was very necessary for the time. It's ironic that when she wrote the song back then, obviously, 32 was a reference to Mr. Kanye.
Yeah, now.
But then it's interesting because Taylor recorded this when she was 32. I love it lyrically. I like that it's a kind of general song, really about anything, how the past doesn't define you, what you do doesn't always define you. You're still innocent. And like you said, I think my favorite lyric is, your light still shine bright to me. It was good for the album.
I feel like, yes, the topic was necessary. I do like the way she went about it in terms of forgiveness.
Yeah.
I was saying it's interesting coming off Better Than Revenge because they're polar opposites.
Yeah. Right.
It's like after you did what you did,
Right.
you reflect and you say you're still an innocent because we're all learning, we're all growing, we're all changing.
Yeah.
I feel like you're right. It is well rounded to where that could even be something that you relate to as the singer because I'm sure Taylor's done things where she's like, you know, I've had to forgive myself. I agree. I do like that song lyrically, and I do think it's a good song objectively, but I didn't connect with it as much. It left me a little bored.
But not a bad boy, just like
okay.
like it was a slight dip.
It's a slight dip for me.
But not, you know.
But
the worst
it makes
thing.
you appreciate it within the album because you just know the history on it.
Yeah, absolutely. If you know your history,
Yeah.
it's a good song.
Oh, I love these Stray Kids.
You and I walk a fragile line. It's getting dark and it's all so quiet that I can't trust anything now. Oh, in my brain, whoa, 'cause you again, something's made your eyes go cold. Come on, don't leave me like this. I thought I had you figured out. Can't breathe whenever you're gone. Can't turn back. Now I'm haunted. Stood there and watched you walk away from everything we have. He will try to take away my pain, and he just might make me smile. But the whole time I'm wishing he was you. Don't leave me like this. I thought I had you figured out. Something's gone terribly wrong. You're all I wanted. I know.
I like that.
I just know.
Yes, yes,
You
yes.
know, I thought I had you figured out. Something's gone terribly wrong. Won't finish what you started.
I like that.
Come on, don't leave me like this.
I like how that ended.
I like how that ended. I like how that song is about a relationship that's ended, right?
Yeah.
But you can't let that person go. So it's almost like a ghost that haunts you. I constantly see you in everything that I do, and I'm with somebody new now, but I really wish it was you instead. And I like that lyric.
Classic case.
It's a classic case. Very eerie. The strings, I liked it. I liked the way the song began. It was very captivating. It kept you there. The chorus was great. I like this one.
I think I like this one too. This is gonna sound so weird, but I wish it was bigger sounding. Like,
I know what you mean.
I think maybe, I don't know much about instruments like that, but maybe if it was like, I don't know if it was a live band, but I wish there was something a bit more raw about it, because I feel like those instruments could have hit a little bit harder. It was a little muffled in the back.
Yeah.
That's just from, I guess, a producing standpoint.
Yeah.
But I do like that one. But yeah, this little Better Than Revenge through Haunted run, the album definitely took a switch.
Yeah.
And I think I'm a little like, okay, I don't feel like I'm listening to the same album. I don't think that that's necessarily a bad thing.
No, but
but it is throwing me off just a little bit.
I do hope it gets taken out the same way it started.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Because there's nothing wrong with this little rock section.
Yeah, no, nothing wrong.
I like it. It
just
shows,
like, oh.
It even shows growth at that time.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, it's all about how it's going to get tied together. Great songs, just how they're going to get tied together.
Yeah.
Darkness at 1:58. He told me you love me, so why did you go away?
Almost sounds like it's on red.
I do recall now the smell of the rain, fresh on the pavement. That July 9th, the beat of your heart,
July 9th.
it jumps through your shirt.
She did say, if you know, you know.
Sit on the floor wearing your clothes. I never thought we'd ever last kiss this. Your name, forever the name on my lips. Life of the party, you're showing off again, and I'd roll my eyes, and then you pull me in, kiss me when I was in the middle of saying something. It's not a day I don't miss those rude interruptions, and
I like that.
go sit on the floor wearing your clothes. Never imagined we'd end.
Love that.
So I should let her lips accept.
So I watch your life in pictures like I used to watch you sleep, and I'll keep up with our old friends just to ask them how you are. And I hope the sun shines and it's a beautiful day, and something reminds you wish you had stayed. I never planned on you changing your mind.
Wow.
Wow.
All that
was a
I
good
know
line.
is I
Very good.
don't know how to be something you miss. Forever the name on my lips, just like our lips.
Oh, wow.
Wow, you know, that makes me curious to hear Long Live, because that would have been an awesome way to
like,
end
the album.
But
Oh.
Long Live and Last Kiss kind of go together, because Last Kiss is, I mean, she's saying it, your name will forever be on my lips. I will never forget you, and possibly never be able to fully let go of you, because what we had was just that epic.
Wow, I like that one. Last Kiss.
And Haunted. Haunted into Last Kiss. That's another way of being haunted. Your name, forever the name on my lips.
Good for that.
She's good. See, sonically, we may have jumped around a little bit.
We might have tried some different things,
But
which,
in terms of
most
topic,
do on their third album.
You know.
I will give 10s to Last Kiss, and that potentially being about Joe Jonas and their
Again,
breakup.
yeah.
Following after Haunted, Well, no, following after Better Than Revenge.
Yeah.
Right?
There's a 27-second intro, which could possibly reflect the 27-second breakup phone call she had with Joe Jonas.
27 seconds?
Yeah. So, I don't know. Last Kiss was...
Swift?
Another beautiful song.
You have no right to do what you do.
Okay, we're definitely back to the sound.
Oh, I like this.
At the beginning of the album.
I said, remember this moment.
Oh.
In the back of my mind, crowds and stands went wild. We were the kings and the queens.
Oh, yeah.
And they read off our names. You held your head like a hero. It was the end of the decade, but the start of an age.
Love that. I love that line.
Long live the walls we crashed through. How the kingdom light shines. Me and you. Bring on all the pretenders. One day we'll be remembered.
Oh.
I passed the pictures around of all the years that we stood there on the sidelines, wishing for right now.
Oh, I love that.
When they gave us our trophies and we held them up for our town, and the cynics were outraged, screaming, "This is absurd."
Oh, the scream in the back?
I was screaming, "Long live all the magic we made, and bring on all the pretenders." I'm not afraid. I had the time of my life, fighting dragons with you. I was
love this.
screaming, "Long live."
Almost like a legend.
Yeah, yeah.
Hold on to spinning around, make these memories break apart. Promise me this, that you'll stand by me forever. If you have children someday,
Back.
when they point to the pictures, please tell them my name.
I love all of that.
Tell them how I hope they shine.
Ooh, this guitar.
With you, long, long live.
Come on.
Crash through, long live all the mountains we moved down.
Come on.
Oh, wow. That sounded so good.
Is this...
Will be remembered.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, and for that,
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I think for that, we need to put a...
I like.
Yeah.
And honestly, for that to be the way the original album ended,
Yeah, that's lovely.
oh, I love
Yeah,
that.
I love that. Wow. Okay.
Oh.
So, Reading is actually dedicated to her fans, and it's a dedication to her career.
Her band, like
Her band,
everybody,
like everybody that's played a part in her
Wow.
career. Amazing that on your third album, she wrote a song just saying like,
I'm a legend. Like for the rest of the week.
basically,
But
saying like one day we will be remembered for the mark that we've made, and just like I love how it's saying I've had the time of my life, like
wow,
doing this with you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Doing this with everyone that has been involved. I love that. I didn't expect it to be about that.
That might be a favorite.
Huh. Loved sonically loved it. It
Loved
that was a
it.
very big sounding song.
Wow, my
I'm kind of
favorite.
speechless on that one.
Me
I really liked it.
too. My favorite part is the bridge. Promise me this, that you'll stand by me forever, but if God forbid fate should step in and force us into a goodbye, if you have children someday, when they point to the pictures, please tell them my name.
Yeah.
That?
Yeah, that hits hard. That hits hard.
Wow.
I had the time of my life fighting dragons with you. Everything that came against us, we beat it.
Yeah.
Which is still true to this day.
An absolute
I love that. as a
favorite. Love that song.
Elevator buttons and morning air. If you were here, we'd laugh about their vacant stairs. But right now, my time is theirs. Seems like there's always someone who disapproves. Judge it like they know about me and you.
What's up? like, shoot. Damn.
This love is ours.
That's a cute little song.
No, I can see that. That's a deluxe track.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah, it's a
You
cute
can
little
definitely
song.
hear it.
I like that one.
Yeah, it was nice.
No, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good summary of the album. It's again capturing that adolescent feel, that young love, and I do think that it is a good song. I think I zoned out. I can't lie.
It's just a cute love song, but about a love that's maybe taboo, that is scrutinized, that's looked down upon, and Taylor's like, I don't care, that's my man, my man. That's kind of what it is to me. It's sticking by your loved one. What?
Okay, in my head. My dress, my man, my vows. Throw it back to Speak Now.
No, I know what it was.
Fuck you.
I like this song.
It's all dark and Superman to save the world or go to work. It's the same thing to me. I hang on every word you say. I always forget to tell you I love you forever. I watch Superman fly away. You got a busy day today.
I like that. I like that.
She is a very gifted songwriter. I have to say that.
Complicated, he's irrational, but I hope something in his deep brown eyes has me seeing. You leave got places to be, and I'll be okay. I loved you from the very first day. I watched Superman fly away. Come back, I'll be with you someday. I watched you fly around the world, and I hope you don't see some other girl. But let's try looking in the window, wishing the card was from you. Forever and ever, I watch Superman fly away. When you come back down, come back
Hey,
Okay, Superman. Lois Lane had something to say.
like Clark Kent.
You know, I won't listen to that song again. But the thing is, I have to say
I don't think I will.
that she
either.
is gifted because this whole concept
really
of
is.
Superman, I love how she flipped it. I think my favorite line is definitely when you come back down, like how she gives that more
Like, I'll be on the
meaning.
ground when you come back down.
Yeah, you know, like I'll be here waiting for you. The reason why I say I won't listen again is because it's kind of like, it's not my style of music. It sounds
Not
very
either.
like,
I think my least
Kids
favorite
Bop.
lyric is I watched Superman fly away, you got a busy day today. I was like, ooh, where's this going? But then as the chorus went on, it progressively got better. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I think those two are decent standard ending tracks.
Yeah.
I really like Long Live though.
Same.
So that is kind of where the album ends for me.
Yeah.
But it's not bad. I think this album takes you through so many different feelings and instrumentations and everything. So with that being said, let's talk about it. Speak Now, Taylor's version by the Taylor Swift.
I will not have to forever hold my peace.
I will not. You can speak now. For this being our first initial listen, it was a good album. I mean, of course, there are going to be some highs and some lows within an album, but for this one, very few
very few.
that we didn't hate, but weren't instantly connected to.
Yeah.
But putting those to the side, I think this album is phenomenal. You instantly feel like you are transported back to that time. Not to mention, she sounds amazing, but sounds just like she did back then. That's what's incredible to me. So I'm gonna always say this for every like Taylor's version that we do.
Yeah.
I'm so happy that she gets to be able to re-record these because these are her babies.
Yeah.
And this was her third studio album, which is a big deal for artists. To get to your third body of work, it's just incredible. I didn't realize that Taylor had so many hits on this album. Again, the one that comes to mind for me is Mean. I forgot how good that song was. but also songs like Mine, Back to December, Speak Now, Dear John, they all took me by surprise. I didn't expect to love them this much.
I said earlier that this might be my favorite. I'm still holding to that. I might have to do like a comparison to really make that decision.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I thoroughly enjoyed it. You're right. She still captures the magic that she did on the original. She sounds even better. Everything sounds more enhanced.
Yeah.
It is wonderful that she's been able to go back and, you know, redo all these songs. And for this to be a completely self-written album, it's amazing that she now owns it. Imagine not being able to own something that you created, that is yours. Alas, here we are, and it's beautiful.
But of course, we'd love to know what you guys thought about Speak Now, Taylor's version. Let us know your top 5 down below in the comments.
If you enjoyed watching us react, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your post notifications, that way you know when we upload. And we'll catch you guys on part 2.